Hey guys, Adam here from directiontrader.com. Let's go over today's mid-morning looking forward. It is April 21st. It is about 9 o'clock here on the West Coast. So this is going to talk a little bit about what we see and what we're going to do moving forward. As of right now, I'm kind of flat the market. What happened was, let me zoom in here just a little bit so we can see this a little bit better, guys. What happened was we came in this morning, guys. This is the S&P. We came in this morning after this nice rally to the upside. We had a nice pop to the upside here after going through a consolidation phase. We had this support here that we talked about so much last week. And to be honest with you, technically we only broke down below it. We closed down below it one day before ultimately popping back above it and closing higher. So we've had this nice little rally to the upside. We were actually looking for a little pause here. That pause we were looking for actually started last week, kind of on I guess a 2 or 3 day pause here at the moment, but nonetheless we had a nice little rally here, nice little pop back to the upside, and now we're actually above all the support areas that we're looking for here. So now the S&P is back in this sideways range, and we are just waiting to see, are the bulls going to come back in charge here, or is this simply just another pullback or a pause in an uptrend? Is that where we're at? I see there's a good chance that that's being possible. I'm going to show a couple things here in just a second here that I think that show that. As of right now, though, we have this resistance coming through here at about the 67 area. You see these 67 uses these previous highs here. And if you look at all these bars here, these highs and closes and opens of these previous bars here, all of them right in that exact same area. So this is a valid area to find some resistance. And that's what we're doing so far today. On the Russell, actually today we shorted as the market popped up, retested that resistance on the Russell. I'm going to show you in a minute. We actually shorted this morning for that nice big run to the downside of the Russell, so another good opportunity. But right now, I'm actually going to sit on my hands. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy myself here just a little bit. Wait for this thing to go ahead and pop here. I want to see it get above them 67s. If it get above them 67s, I will look to be a little bit more aggressive to the long side. But until we do that, I'm going to go ahead and sit back and just relax here just a little bit and not get too aggressive here in the markets, because we are nonetheless still holding that area. And if we're going to hold that area, we could possibly see this thing drop. So we're kind of in that point that we're actually looking for shorts unless we can get above that 67. Once we do that, then I'll start looking back to the long side again. So let's pop over to the Russell here, guys, real fast here. Let's pop over to this Russell. The Russell here, we've had a little bit more of a sell-off than the S&P. The S&P is more of a sideways market here recently. The Russell is actually having this nice stair step to the downside, I guess if you want to call it kind of a channel to the downside here. We're actually at resistance right now. But we have two levels that we watch oh so much here. We got the 24s and we got the 41s. As of today, we were talking a lot about these highs. We were talking about the previous Thursday's highs, Thursday's price action. We were watching Thursday's bar, and we noticed that we were opening up inside Thursday's bar. So we were going to look to sell the highs and buy the lows. And if we popped up above the high, we were going to look to find resistance at the 41. So we're basically coming into today. We knew we had a thrust, so there's a good chance we're going to have a little bit of a pause days. It's a Monday after a holiday weekend, and we're coming up inside of the previous day's trading range. Definitely tons of signs leading to a sideways slop and chop. That's what we got. So we're basically looking to sell the highs. That's what happened, guys. We got a nice here. We got a nice short here off these highs early on. This is it. Here is a 15-minute chart. Basically, as we popped up here, rather than getting aggressively long, we knew what we were dealing with. We were dealing with an inside day. We were dealing with the resistance above. You see, it came right up to 40. We had resistance at 41, came right up to 40, and we found some sellers in here. We actually got a shorting opportunity right down here below the 37s. It's on the smaller time frame. We got a nice resistance here, so got a nice short here below 37. And you see this thing go ahead and just scream to the downside here. So great shorting opportunity today, but that all came from us looking at this previous swing and using this previous price action as a meter here on what type of day we're going to have. So nonetheless, guys, here on the Russell, I see resistance here being 41 still. We have a little bit of a support coming through here at the 24s. So basically, if we get below the 24s, I'm looking to short. Above the 41s, we're looking to go long. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So hope that helps out there, guys. One quick thing here. Let's take a look over at the let's go ahead and take a look over here at the bonds. The bonds themselves, they keep on pulling back to this midpoint here, guys. They keep pulling back to this midpoint. Every time we get a pop up, they pull on back. Pop up, pull on back. Pop up, pull on back. Same thing over and over. We got a nice spike down here on Thursday. I'm curious if we're going to go ahead and start to get a little pop here in the bonds. Is that what's going to happen, or are we going to pull right back down towards here for the mean, revert back to this mean here on the bonds? If that happens, we're probably going to see the S&Ps and Dow start, or S&P, Dow, and stock index futures start to push to the upside. If we start to get a pop here in the bonds, you could see the stock index futures really start to drop here again and have further downside opportunity and further downside movements. So if that's the case, probably the Russell will be a nice dropping off point. So take a look at them bonds, guys. Watch the VIX, the volatility index. They're two very important things. We're kind of, the volatility index is pulled back to its mean. Kind of like we're looking at the bonds there, but the volatility is pulled all the way back to its mean between the 15s and 16s, right back to where it gets sideways and sloppy choppy. So very interesting time to be trading, guys, for the stock index futures. Here we're looking to be kind of, I always like to put this out there. I'm looking for this this bullish above type mentality, and then we got a little better opportunity to the downside on the Russell because we're well above any type of support here on the S&P. So hope this helps you guys. Kind of a review. I know it's a day after a holiday weekend, so we need to go ahead and recap, review here a little bit. So hope this helps, guys. You got any questions, please go ahead and email me, adam@directiontrader.com. And if not, thanks for watching the videos, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good afternoon.